What's up, friends and family of YouTube? Pastor Bob. So, I guess some of my subscribers know I tinker around with watches. Um, I've been doing it for years. And, a little backstory. My grandfather did watch repairs and clock repairs, and his father did, and his father did. So, I come from generations of clockmakers and watchmakers and fixers. As a matter of fact, quick story, my grandfather built from the bottom up a grandfather clock. And on my 16th Christmas, when I was 16 years old, that was many moons ago, he unveiled it to me. Everybody kept it from me. No, I never knew they kept it from me. My grandfather built that clock. I was so impressed. And my grandfather built that grandfather's clock. I have one too. I have a very expensive one. Matter of fact, I have my aunt's, which is about $5,000 or $6,000. But irregardless, I was so impressed because I always, from a little kid, I would go downstairs and sit on a stool and watch my grandfather, and he'd explain watches and how they worked. And I always forgot the terms, but I understood what he was doing. And I guess pretty much I'm still here as an adult. I know how to do it, I just don't explain it very well. But anyway, so I bought, I want to show you what I did. So I got this watch, which is the swatch Blancpain. And I thought, that's pretty damn cheesy, right? That's pretty cheesy to put it in plastic. I just never understood that. So I was like, they really sell these for $300 or $400? Man, they made mega bucks. Probably cost them $15 because I looked at the movement in it. I was like, probably cost them $15 to make that thing, and it was selling for $300 or $400. Boy, did they get rich quick! And people just love the Swatch company. They just love the names. I think them Swiss people, man, I ain't gonna lie to you. Some of them make great watches. Some of them make shit watches. I think the Germans make wonderful watches, and the Japanese, and believe it or not, I believe the Chinese make some wonderful watches. Absolutely. Here's a for instance. Sometime you look it up. Siegel has been in business since, I think, 1960s. They bought out a Swiss company and got all the Swiss tooling and machinery and everything. So actually, they're making Swiss watches. And they've advanced themselves over the years. And I mean, they make some... They got $500,000 watches. You know, Grand Siegels. Most people don't even know that. I mean, beautiful watches. I mean, unbelievable craftsmanship. You go to Siegel sometime. Go to Siegel's website, and you look at some of their watches. They make great watches. I am not lying to you. I have a couple of them. I absolutely think that the Chinese shouldn't be looked down upon when you're looking at watches. I mean, for God's sakes, they make stuff for all the big brands. Rolex, yes, they really do make stuff for Rolex. Yes, they do. It's not hogwash. It's not a BS story. Don't listen to anybody. It's the truth. Everybody knows it. Not just them. Omega does, and Tudor does. I mean, all kinds of big name companies. Doesn't mean every one of them do. So don't get misconstrued by what I'm saying here. Not every company does. And not every company sources out everything for their watches. But I think the Germans make some good stuff too. I mean, they make some really good stuff. But, pretty much everybody's in bed with everybody these days. But don't look down on some of the Chinese. Now look, Chinese make probably 90% of the watches in the world. And Seagull's a big, big, big company, man. I am not lying to you. They make a lot of different watches and a lot of different parts for all kinds of micro brands and brands, well-named brands from around the world. So don't get it wrong. Anyway, so what I did was I thought that if you're going to have a Blancpain, Blancpain name, it should at least be in a nice stainless steel case. I mean, it should look like this, right? It should have came in a nice stainless steel like this watch dives, right? This is my favorite watch, believe it or not. I own thousands of dollars worth of watches. But Marianne asked, wanted to know what I wanted for my birthday. And this has sapphire crystal. Has an NH35A movement in it. And it is a wonderful watch. Let me get you up close here. But this, I mean, it's just, you can listen to it. I mean, it's just a great watch. Now, I'm not a YouTuber that's just promoting watch dives. I mean, I changed the bracelet, okay? Because I like this style of bracelet. Like they have on a Rolex, because you can adjust it. It has the quick micro adjustment, and they're not bad. You can pick these up for, I don't know, 25, 30 bucks when they're on sale. As a matter of fact, just to show you, I got 3 more that just came in right there. I just like this type of bracelet. I really do. The Jubilee bracelet has always been pretty dependable for me, so I put that on there. Anyway, that's my favorite watch. I've had it in gasoline, oil, concrete, you name it. I've had it in it. Smashed it, banged it, worked on cars, and all kinds of stuff with it. This is a good watch. I think cost a couple $100, 150 bucks, something like that, 150, 200 bucks for this watch. Worth it all day long. It's proven itself. I've had other watches that cost 3 times as much as that, and they couldn't have done half of what I've already done, and that's the truth. So this is a good watch. This one. Unbelievable. Screw down crown. Solid stainless steel. Now, I think this is a... I can't remember. I think this is a 908 stainless steel. I think this is. But, this is a 3/16 stainless steel that the actual watch case is. But, yeah. Really good watch. Really, really good watch. It's proven itself. So if you're ever looking for a really good watch, now anybody could send you a bad one, but I'm saying, from my perspective, this watch, man, I mean, I don't think you could contest it anymore, except for doing something stupid like dropping it off the top of the Empire State Building or out of airplane or something like that. You know what? It may just survive. I don't know. But I can tell you they make a good watch. Anyway, get off of that and get back to this. So anyway, I thought it was kind of cheesy that it was in this plastic. So I was looking around, and I had this Addis dive, which had a quartz movement in it. As a matter of fact, the junkie movement that they actually put in in this watch, Swatch does, because they use crap and all this stuff just to make a bunch of money off you. This Adiside had an upgraded one. And even though you see the ticks move like that, I really like the way that this one moves. I really dig it. So I put it in here. It looks good. Well, it's got a bubble on it, I know. I thought it looked better. A little more presentable for, for the name. I didn't do it because of any other reason, but I thought, a real 50 fathoms Blancpain. I've only seen 2 of them in my life. I wish I could have had one. Both of them were retired from the military, from the Navy, and they both were brothers of mine, Masonic brothers of mine, and they both had one. And I didn't even know what it was. And I'll tell you, this looks really close to what it looked like. And they told me. And I'll tell you what, I wish I would have inherited it, because it was the real deal, right? And I thought it was only right to put it in at least a steel case. I'm not trying to do it to sell it or be cool or anything like that. I just think that that name at one time stood for something. It really did. Now I know that Blancpain still does make them. I'll probably never be able to afford to buy one. They're pretty expensive. Now, if they wanted to send me one, I'd wear it with pride. I'd wear it every day, just like I wear that one. If it could do as well as that one and stand up to everything that that one stood up with so far, for reals, I think that this watch is good enough to have that name, Blancpain name on it. It's that good. I really and truly believe that. But that's just me. Other people would argue the point. Good for them. Argue whatever you want. Waste your friggin' time. Waste your breath. I'm just saying from my point of view. And as you can see, I own a lot of watches. I own rows and rows and rows and rows of watches. I own a lot of watches. All brands. Megas and Rotaries and you name it. I got Invictus. And I don't own a Rolex. And I'll never own a Rolex. Well, I should say I'll never buy a Rolex. Just doesn't impress me any. I would rather buy a Seagull watch and sport a Seagull watch from China, because I think that they're made just as good. And they're not trying to hide who they are. They make everything in-house. Right there. Seagull does. And that has something to say. So, but irregardless, I thought it would only be right to put the dial in something nice. Now, I could have went and bought a nice case similar to that, but the problem is I don't believe that it would have fit. I mean, it could have, very possible, but I think that there would have been an issue. I'd have had, I think it's a 40 millimeter case you need, or 39.7, so pretty much a 40 millimeter case. And I thought it's not even worth going through all that trouble and doing all that thing when I already had this. And you can't really tell by looking at it, but let me just turn it to its side so you can see everything. But I actually had to cut the face, trim it down a little bit to have it fit in there, but I like it. It's cool. In my mind, at least I did it some justice, more justice than Swatch did, sticking it in a friggin' plastic case. I think that's bullshit, but I mean, it's just me. What I almost did was I almost took this movement that I have here, and I almost put this mechanical movement in it, but I didn't feel like going through all the trouble. This movement's pretty expensive. Well, not really. I mean, they're only $40, but going through all of the stuff that I needed to go through to set it all up, I didn't want to go through all that. I got a little lazy. I don't mind giving it a little justice, sticking it in stainless steel. I feel like going the whole distance and putting all the works in there and getting it all dialed in timed, and have to pull out my timographer and all that crap. I just wanted to make it nice and simple, so that's why I did it that way. I think it looks cool. A little odd. But hey, odd's good, because at least I know it's my watch, right? And if somebody said, well, why'd you do that? You're trying to sport it being a Blancpain? Well, first off, Swatch did it, put it in there, and let's face it, it didn't do Blancpain any justice. I mean, quite frankly, it didn't show it any justice. At least I'm giving Blancpain a little more justice by putting it in stainless steel. If anything, I upgraded it from whatever this hunk of shit is, plastic or whatever they call it, into some stainless steel. Because I'm telling you, if I would have wore that outside, right? If I would have wore that outside doing what I'm doing, it wouldn't have lasted a day. So, I want to wear it, you know, and think about what I'll never have. A real 50 fathoms. I'll never have one. Unless somebody decides to send me one for my collection, I won't. They're expensive for an original. But I got this one, and I really do love it. So, being an homage of the real 50 fathoms, I gotta say they did a really good job. I mean, for the price, I think you're not going to get much better than that for that price. Not to come as close to a 50 fathoms. I mean, sure, you could probably get a little better of a works or something, but I mean, even that's questionable. I mean, I think that Seiko makes some great movements. I mean, I think they're very innovative. So, what can I say? But yeah, that's why I did it. And then I had to downgrade the Addy's dive and put it in that plastic case. Oh, God. Don't get mad at me, Addy's dive. Anyways, I just wanted to show you. I thought you might be interested in it. Maybe not, but I want to do something cool, something different. Never seen anybody do this before. Put it in this type of case. I figured it would be something different. And it might be something different that you might want to do. It's not very hard. It's just you got to have a little patience. And you can do it too. Alright, guys. It's a little fun video. Hope you all enjoyed it. If you didn't, well, sit in private, slip me the bird. Probably 500,000 other people do too. So, just get in line. Can you tell it's been one of them weeks? Yeah, it's just begun. Alright, guys. Take care. God bless. Pastor Bob. I'm out of here. See ya.